in a shed with 5 other engines. They were all bigger than Edward and boasted about it. They said, "The driver won't choose you again. He wants big, strong engines like us." Edward hadn't been out for a long time, and he began to feel sad. Just then the driver and fireman came along to start work. The driver looked at Edward and said, "What's the matter? Are you feeling sad? Would you like to come out today? And Edward said, "Oh yes, please." So the fireman lit the fire and made a nice lot of steam. Then the driver pulled the lever and Edward puffed away. The other engines were
very cross at being left behind. Edward worked hard all day. The coaches thought he was very kind and the driver was very pleased. You watch me, little Edward, as I rush through with the express. That will be a splendid sight for you. Gordon was very cross. Instead of nice shining coaches, he was pulling a lot of very dirty trucks. A goods train, a goods train, a goods train, he grumbled. The shame of it, the shame of it, oh, the shame of it. Edward laughed and went to find some more trucks. "I'm ready," said Edward. "No good," grumbled Gordon. They pulled and pushed as hard as they could. "I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it," puffed Gordon. "I will do it, I will do it, I will do it," puffed Edward. Edward pushed and puffed and puffed and pushed as hard as ever he could. Once, an engine attached to a train was afraid of a few drops of rain. It went into a tunnel and squeaked through its funnel and wouldn't come out again. The engine's name is Henry. His driver and fireman argued with him, but he would not move. "The rain will spoil my lovely green paint and red stripes," he said. Everyone pulled except the fat controller, because, he said, "my doctor has forbidden me to pull." But still Henry stayed in the tunnel. They took up the old rails and built a wall in front of him so that Henry couldn't get out of the tunnel anymore. "Oh dear," thought Henry, "why did I worry about rain spoiling my lovely coat of paint? Will the fat controller ever forgive me and let me out again?" He was almost there when... And there was Gordon going slower and slower in a cloud of steam. His driver stopped the train. "You've burst your safety valve," said the driver. "You can't pull the train anymore." Edward puffed and pushed and pushed and puffed, but he couldn't move the heavy coach. "I told you so," said Gordon. "Why not let Henry try?" "Yes," said the fat controller, "I will." When Henry got up steam, he puffed out. He was dirty and covered with cobwebs. "Oh, I am stiff, he groaned. Then they coupled him up. "Pip, pip," said Edward, "I'm ready." "Pip, pip, pip," said Henry, "so am I." "Pull hard, we'll do it. Pull hard, we'll do it." They puffed together. "We've done it together, we've done it together," said Edward and Henry. "You've done it, hooray! You've done it, hooray!" sang the coaches. Everyone was excited. The fat controller leaned out of the window to wave at Edward and Henry. The train was going so fast that his hat blew off into a field where a goat ate it for tea.
Alright, hey guys, this is Blair here, and I wanted to say a few things about Thomas the Tank Engine and how it's affected my life. Thomas the Tank Engine has affected my life a lot. And in a good way, too, by all means. I remember when I was 3 years old, I had 2 birthday cakes. One was Thomas, and the other was James. One of my favorite characters that still stands as one of my favorites to this day, along with Toby and the Scottish twins. Ever since my parents first got the Thomas Gets Bumped DVD, and when I first watched it, I was entranced. It wasn't like anything I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, I already was into transportation and things that go, other pieces of media, and Thomas the Tank Engine just was the icing on the cake when it came to that, because, you know, what couldn't have made a kid happier than talking steam locomotives, and diesel locomotives too? What couldn't have made a 2-year-old kid happier? And to this very day, as a 14-year-old boy, Thomas the Tank Engine still has a very big place in my heart. Even though I'm not particularly involved in Thomas's fan base, I know and I've watched a lot of people in the Thomas fan base. I've watched their videos, I've seen their content, I've seen how nice they appear to be, and I think they've made a life for themselves based off that little blue train. Please don't kill me for saying train, please. Anyway, Thomas has affected my life. I said it once and I'll say it again. It's affected my life in a good way. It's affected the way I've seen machines in general. I mean, I believe practically every machine has a personality, somewhat. It might be kind of weird to think that, but yet again, your imagination can roam free with the help of a little inspiration. And Thomas is the very inspiration that keeps my imagination going when it comes to living vehicles. Thomas has made as big as an impact as it could have got. I have so many old take-alongs in my house. Not this house, but the other one. I had all these sets and all this stuff and all this media and all this digital media too, and all these games on my very old iPad. You could say that Thomas has kept me occupied for a good majority of my life. Then my addiction for Thomas would lead me to American steam locomotives. It would lead me to initially it would lead me to trains like the Flying Scotsman, but then it would lead me to the Southern Pacific 4449, and then all the other steam locomotives of America. With time, it just accumulated into a part of my personality. It came from a simple addiction to an actual part of my personality that still reigns to this day. And it's kind of ironic since I live in a country where there are no active railways, yet I'm so into trains and other modes of transportation. Needless to say, Thomas has affected my life in more ways than one, and all I can say is thank you for everyone that has worked on it, that was voiced in it, that wrote the episodes, practically anyone who worked on the TV show, as well as wrote the Railway series, both Awdrys. I want to thank all of you for affecting my life so much. I want to thank you all for making me who I am today. Peace to all of you, and for some of you, such as Michelangelo, George Carlin, and the Reverend Wilbur Awdry, who are sadly no longer with us, may they rest in peace, and rest easy. For those who are still with us, keep doing what you love to do. We still have your back. This is Daylight Pictures, signing off.